Over the last 4 to 5 weeks, I've just made some simple changes based on a trip a month ago to Yellowstone. And I gotta tell you, these changes have had a huge impact on my photography, allowing me to take sharper, more colorful photos, and even better, allowing me to encounter so much more wildlife. You know, I've got a long way to go when it comes to wildlife photography, but I'm proud of where I'm at and I'm so excited for the future. And this video is a reminder to myself of what's most important when it comes to exceptional wildlife photography. And as I sat next to the Yellowstone River taking in these beautiful bison and the soft morning light, I began to appreciate just that, what truly matters, the fundamentals. It led me to the top of Mount Evans, 14,000 feet, to photograph these little guys. And they too were great reminders. And when it comes to exceptional wildlife photos, there are always 3 things present. I like to think of these as critically important photography elements. Number 1 is an interesting shot. Now, this could be based on rarity, animal behavior, and/or the environment. For example, this is a photo I'm proud of. The camera settings, the light, the composition, all great. However, the animal's behavior is not really that unusual or interesting. This is a photo I'm proud of, but it's not exceptional in my eyes. Item number 2 is composition. Exceptional wildlife photos are well composed, putting the subject front and center without any distraction. And this is such a great, and I'm laughing because yesterday when I was in Rocky Mountain, I came across this huge bull moose. It was incredible. But trying to get the perfect angle was next to impossible. I was either too low to get eye level and branches everywhere, or I was shooting down on my subject and it didn't really make for an exceptional wildlife photo. In this photo, one of my favorites, you can see here there was a thin branch that really created some blur in front of my subject's face. Close, no cigar. And item number 3 is special, improving sharpness, clarity, as well as color. Item 3 is soft, beautiful light. Typically, most exceptional wildlife photos are captured with soft light. Of course, there will always be exceptions, but this is why we have a saying, golden hour. This is why photographers make it a practice to get up early or stay out late. I gotta tell you, like, my struggle to line up all 3 of these things has been challenging to say the least, but I keep getting closer. This photo of a Swenson hawk provides such a great example. I was able to capture this hawk 2 different times within a 12 or 14-hour period, in the late afternoon and in the early morning light. Now, when I ran into the hawk in the afternoon, it was during this incredible deluge. I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, grab the camera, 4K, 120 frames per second, slow motion with the rain, and it looks cool, but the light was so harsh as I was shooting into the light. This can be a great opportunity to capture backlight as the light begins to fade. But in this example, it was just too much, it was too harsh, and you can see you can't really see much of the eyes in this particular photo. But you know, after that experience, it was so magical. I thought, if I return in the morning, the light's gonna be soft, it's gonna be beautiful, and I bet that hawk, Swenson's hawk, will be in that location. And sure enough, there was my hawk, and I captured it in beautiful soft light. And the difference in these photos is night and day. Now that said, I think the issue with this photo is, again, it's kind of boring, there's not much happening, and I was so close I had to really zoom in and go for a portrait style photo. I guess you could say the odds were not in my favor. However, speaking of odds, I found that by making 2 simple changes to my workflow, I've been able to dramatically improve the odds in my favor. And item number 1 is really called the window of opportunity. This photo of my hawk friend was shot at 7:21 in early August, about 80 minutes after sunrise. Now this photo, on the other hand, was taken at 9:07 a.m. and that window of opportunity had closed. In the past, I thought, 9 a.m. was solid, and it can be. Maybe you're under the canopy of trees, then you're in the shade, no issues at all. But if you're out in broad daylight, that light will create heat shimmer that will really render your photos much less sharp and much less pleasing. Being on location, ready to shoot, camera settings all set to go, has made a world of a difference. Now that window of opportunity begins 10 to 15 minutes prior to sunrise and ends an hour and a half to maybe 2 hours later. It's over pretty quick. The best part is in the morning at sunrise, I've encountered so many incredible animals. Bears, mountain goats, lots of deer, including this 5-point buck. I've spotted multiple owls at different locations, even finding an owl's nest, returning 2, maybe 3 times, and each time I saw the owl. Which is such a powerful thing. Like, you're only as good as your ability to put yourself in the situation where you're surrounded by beautiful wildlife. And for me, this has been the missing ingredient. I've run into coyotes, foxes, birds, so many birds, including western meadowlarks and tons of other songbirds. For me, exceptional wildlife photo is the goal, but I wasn't putting in that effort, and I'm doubling down now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.